What's going on? It's Miguel, and you're about to learn how to get a massive amount of leads with an awesome landing page. Alright, so I'm sure a majority of people watching this are going to have an idea of what a landing page is, but just in case, I'm going to make sure that I explain exactly what a landing page is so we're all on the same page, and when I actually take you into my computer in a second and build one from scratch for you that you can follow along, then you'll be able to make these similar landing pages and know what they are, know what they are for, so that you can get the most out of them. If that sounds like something you're interested in and something you would like to learn more about, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Comment any other questions you may have about landing pages after this, or anything else marketing related, funnel related especially, alright? What a landing page is the first thing that they see when they click any sort of link that you have where you can be selling something or you're using it to collect leads. Leads being potential customers or people who are already customers that you can talk to and follow up with later on in the future, because that's where majority of money is made. It's throughout a long period of time. So what a landing page is best used for is sales and collecting leads. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be teaching you exactly what you need to know in order to collect leads with a very awesome landing page, what needs to be on it, what kind of words, videos, anything, like what do you need on there in order to make sure that not only do you have a good landing page, not only does it look cool, it looks good, but most importantly, it's collecting leads for you. You're getting new customers that can help you generate revenue for your business, right? The whole idea of a landing page. So the whole idea is to get all of these people on this landing page so they can convert and become a lead. So there has to be certain stuff on this page that boosts the conversion up as high as possible. I've seen some pages get as high as 90% conversion rates, and I've seen some get as low as like 20 something. But the whole idea of a landing page that is meant to collect leads is you want to give something of value up front. That's how you have a high conversion rate. So that can be anything from like PDFs, or PDFs being ebooks, or some sort of like video that they can watch, but they only get it if they actually opt in. It can be like coupons to buy something. It's not the greatest lead magnet in the world. That's what it's called, by the way, is a lead magnet, because you're literally attracting leads. Clever. So the whole point is to get as many leads as possible, and in order to get leads you have to give them something first. That's where the whole reciprocation comes from, because if you do know the psychology behind it, if you give something first, then naturally someone is going to want to give you something back, i.e. money in exchange for other products and services. So that is the first step in order to creating a landing page that is awesome. It's to have a lead magnet on there, alright? Next, you want to have to make sure that is as simple as possible. You don't want a landing page that is all over the place. It has like tons of copy on there, stuff like that. No. It's basically just to give and get. Give and get. You have this problem. I'm going to give you something that's going to help you solve it. You give me an email address. That's it. All they want to see is, oh, it solves the problem that I have, and it's free. I'll take it, sure. Like you don't want them to have to think a lot about anything at this point at this stage. You just want to give them something, let them know that it works, and they can get it for entirely free. That's the name of the game. That is the second way that you boost conversions up. So first one would have been have a lead magnet. Second one is simple. So we're talking really short copy, and speaking of copy, that is going to bring us to the third thing that you need on your landing page in order for it to really stand out and really convert well. I wasn't entirely expecting to leave this at 3, but if this is going to be the 3 simple things that you need in order to have an amazing landing page that converts, that is what this is going to be. That is a headline right there. Go ahead and swipe that if you want to. So the third thing that you need is an amazing headline. This is going to be where everything stems from. The entire page. Majority of your conversions are going to come from a headline. I've done split tests on landing pages where I pretty much the only thing I ever change is maybe the color of the buttons that they click in order to submit. And for the most part, I test headlines because you will see drastic differences in opt-in rates based on the headline change. I've gone from anywhere from one page getting 60% conversions rate, so for every 100 people that came in, 60 were opting in, and with a completely different headline, that number 60 jumped up to 90. And it was like consistently like 88, 89, 90 the entire time that we were giving away that free thing. So that's how important the headline is. Like, that's the only thing I changed, and that is what you're about to be learning today. So now that you know the 3 things that you need on your landing page, we're going to dive into the computer and I'm going to build one from scratch that you can go ahead and copy and manipulate for your business as soon as today. All right? Let's get it. All right, what's going on? We're about to take a dive into my computer. I got this cool little setup where I have a webcam, and now I'm recording my screen so you can see everything it is that I'm doing, because I can explain strategy verbally, but sometimes there's going to have to be just stuff that I show you right on the computer so you see exactly what it is that I'm talking about. All right. So, like I said, we're going to focus on building a lead magnet as the landing page and how to make it look amazing. All right. So if you want to know how I got here, basically hit add new, do the thing, and you make this. The only reason I'm not going to dive into it is because I'm assuming you already know how to do all of that and you're a little bit ahead of that curve. But if you do need me to explain exactly how to make this and get it all in the group, just let me know and then I'll make that video. All right, so this is not actually where it starts off. It'll give you a bunch of templates. Choose whichever one you like. This is my favorite one. I think it's called light blue bar something or other. And the reason I like this one is because it's very simple and there's little changes that I have to make for this landing page in order to make it work the way I want it to work. All right, so we're gonna just go in and hit edit page. All right, so this is where we're going to start. Notice it's the reason I like this is because boom, boom, and then whatever you would want to be here, and then opt in right here. This I kick to the curb every single time. I just don't keep it there. I feel like it's unnecessary and it's taking up too much space. So that's why I delete it every time. This is perfect. Like, as far as like size of the landing page, when you're thinking of them, this is kind of the size that you want, the dynamics of everything. If you want, if you're selling something a little bit bigger, I would put a little bit more copy either above the product or below it. But other than that, that's exactly what needs to happen, right? So here's what we're gonna do. Personally, I always like to put an image there. You are welcome to put a VSL, but if you do, I would always put a little bit of copy to the side for those people who don't actually want to watch the video. In terms of an image, I just use the image because it has that visual component where they're able to see exactly what it is that they're getting, and it's always going to have some copy inside of the image. What I would do as far as headlines, there was actually one, give me a second. I suggest you do the same if you're into copywriting at all. You should always have a swipe file in your phone, whether you may be like sitting in on a conversation and someone like describes a problem that they have in a very interesting way, and you may want to write that down and use it in your copy or your headlines for later. All right, so I'm just going to cut to this part because it took me a little while just to think about what I would name this particular landing page. And the reason I'm naming it this is because I'm going to give you the 3 tips. At last, the simple and proven 3-step formula for creating a high converting landing page. Now, the reason I named it this, at last, it's something that I got from Gary Halbert. You see that in the top corner. I'm going to show you that in a second for a reason. But that's where I got that from, and I've put it on a page before, and the conversion rate jumped up so fast. I mean, I changed like multiple things in the headline, so that's not the only thing that had to, it's not the only thing that was responsible for making that happen, but I do believe that it helps. So the point is testing and trying it again to see if I get the same result. All right, so at last, the simple and proven 3 steps. Why did I put simple and proven? The reason I put simple and proven is because not only is it simple, like it's something that it's easy for you to consume, but it's also been tested. This isn't like some child thing, and because it's simple, it's like easy to manipulate or it doesn't actually work. It's not simple in that regard. It's simple to understand. So that's why I put simple and proven. 3 steps, because now they know it's something small for you to get, and then it tells you the exact benefit, like the actual beneficial thing that you're getting from this lead magnet in particular. All of that wrapped into this like tiny bit of text. So you can put something here, like maybe usually what I would put here is, all right, so what I would put for something as like the sub headline that goes above the headline would definitely be this: get your free 3-step cheat sheet. The reason I'm doing that is to capitalize free, let them know that what they're getting for doing this is going to be entirely free. So now that they know that, they also know exactly what it is. So they know they're getting something for free and they know what they're getting. That's all I want to put there. I want it to be as blatant as possible in this top line, and then make the next part super dramatic. All right, now what I would put here, okay, hold on, let me just let you know about this. The reason I put this here is because if you're ever struggling to think of headline stuff like that, something I like to do is just look up famous copywriters and then like put headlines or copy or advertisement, and then you'll be able to like look through some of the greats, like their stuff, and like learn what it was that made them so good. All right, and then you'll be able to like take little bits and pieces and try it on your own, copy and manipulate it, because you'll hardly ever find an advertisement that's actually about the niche that you're in. Possible, but it rarely happens. You may find one. All right, so what I would put for the image is definitely some sort of visual representation for the product that they're getting. People know that they're not actually going to get a physical product if it says like PDF or something on here, like download your free ebook. People understand, oh, it's an ebook, but then they see a picture of like it in realistic form, like it's an actual book. The reason you want to do that is because some people are visual and they prefer to like see that image. Oh, cool, that's what I'm getting. And it kind of ups the, what would be the word for it, the value of what they're getting, because they can see it in this visual representation, and it just makes for, it boosts conversions, honestly. But I've seen pages work where it just had the headline and just had this part. Now what am I going to do for this part? I'm going to get rid of the name. Why do I do that? Because I've heard it hurts conversions. Now I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Boom. Get rid of this. All right, so why did I get rid of the name part? Is just, it hurts conversion. Sometimes people don't want to give their name out. They don't mind giving you their email. So that's just to like soften that, and like you don't need their name unless this is like some sort of high ticket funnel and you need to call these people, and it would be just good manners to know the person's name that you're calling. But in this case, like I'm just sending them something for free, so it's not that big of a deal. As far as colors, honestly, for colors, like you want it to be contrasting. You always want contrasting colors, but you always want to make sure that the stuff that's on the page is going to be vibing well with the images that you put in. So if this was literally going to be this color scheme for whatever reason, then the stuff that's in the image is going to have to be that color scheme as well, so it doesn't like throw anybody off when they look at it. All right, 9 times out of 10, the color of my button is green. What I would put as the copy in the button, I've seen this work so many times. My assumption is because you're kind of like for the people who are actually thinking that like, yo, I want this is awesome, I want this thing, that's going to vibe well with those people, because the second they read it, it reinforces that thought in their head that they want it. They're like, yeah, see, I want it. The button even says it. That's how you know how much I want it. So that's just to like, it vibes well with those people who are just like really excited about it. And it may push a couple of people who are kind of undecided closer to the edge, so they can check out what you have to offer. For the subtext on a button, if I have the ability to do that, and luckily in ClickFunnels I do, I always put an actual, like, I'm telling them what to do. It's a call to action. That's what it's called. I don't know why that slipped my head. Call to action. I'm letting them know exactly what it is that I want them to do. And the reason for that is because if you've seen, I don't remember exactly the name of the video, but I'll make sure to link it right here. So if you want to check it out, go ahead. So I talk about in that video how you have to lead the customer to where you want them to be, what you want them to do. So the reason this is important to have is because there's a lot of people who are just indecisive by nature. If you're telling people exactly what you want them to do, it's always in their best interest, always moral about it, then it makes for higher conversions for those people who are just a little bit indecisive or just aren't really sure what to do yet. If they see that, there's a bigger chance that they'll actually click the button, all right? So that helps. I like to get that shade color of green. Green means go, depending on what country you're in. I don't know if they do that differently other places, but green usually means go. Green usually means go, and that's the reason why I make this that color. Another color that always also works kind of well on landing pages is a red button. But I'm personally I kind of try to stay away from red buttons unless I really want to kick up that urgency. But like red can kind of like mess people up sometimes. And I haven't seen any problems with having a green button. But it's something you should test. You never know. So then enter your email address. That's good. That's a good call to action because it's actually like letting them know what they need to do. And then, yeah, that's it. That's a whole landing page. So that's all 3 steps. There's a lead magnet for the landing page. That is how we get leads, with the lead magnet. So it's going to be this PDF. All right, so I spared you the trouble of having to watch me type all of this in, but this is exactly what I added. I actually added a 2-bar. This is going to be a visual representation of this screen that you're going to be able to get for free. And here's just a little bit of copy. I highlighted the main benefits that comes with having this template. You get more leads in your business with less effort, because whoever grabs this, maybe you grabbing this, you don't have to worry about making this page. You can just edit some stuff around so that the copy matches your business, and then boom, you have a cool landing page that you can use. You can also change the colors around. You can also change fonts around, but that is not what I'm going to worry about right now. So if you're watching this, I would like to say thank you for sticking through to the end. I hope this is very beneficial to you. Subscribe, leave comments, like the videos. I appreciate all of it, and thank you. Peace. Oh, actually, one more thing. Let me know what you think of the format of this show. Should I keep it like this, where I've got the whiteboard to explain certain things, and then I come into the computer screen and show you it all, exactly what I mean, like visually? Does that help? Do you like this format of the show? Let me know in the comments below.